What is going on, New York Giant fans? I wish I had better news to report. I wish I had bigger news to report. But it seems as if the Giants will take the prudent approach in this year's free agency, which is probably the smart move. As fans, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to see that. I was rooting for Amos and Zadarius Smith as much as anybody, but it was probably a little unrealistic with the amount of money they have to spend in free agency. The Giants are going to wait to spend big until next year when Eli comes off the books, when Janoris Jenkins comes off the books. We're going to see the direction of this team through the draft, how they address their needs in the draft. But this defense is going to be subpar, to say the least. And I hope I'm wrong, but they don't have a lot of talent on that defensive side of the ball. And they didn't bring in any talent in free agency. So we'll see, but not looking good right now for next season. Now, on a bright note, the following year, the Giants will have a ton of money to spend. And it's probably the smarter approach to continue to build through the draft, not waste money on overpriced free agents. Because right now, that is what is happening. Zadarius Smith just signed for $16 million a year. That's insane. This market is crazy right now. Teams are overspending, so you know what? Let them overspend. Rome wasn't built in a day. The Giants are doing it right. They're going to build through the draft, and it's going to take a few years. 7 years of bad drafting does not get fixed overnight. It's just a fact, and that's what the Giants went through. They had 7 years of abysmal drafts. Yes, Odell Beckham was a good pick. Yes, Landon Collins for an early second-round pick was a good pick. Yes, JPP was a good pick, but overall, their drafts were horrendous. Jerry Reese did not select a good player outside of the second round. It seems like in a decade. I mean, since his first draft. I mean, I'm sure Mario Manning was, I think, a third. He might even been a second-round pick. But they don't have a lot of late-round draft picks that were successes. So, I mean, they're fixing it. Gettleman's cleaning it up, and it's going to take time. As Giants fans, we have to be patient. Whether it's 2, 3 years from now. But when they get good, I think they will have sustained success because they're doing it the right way. They're not going out there. They're not overspending. And I hope they continue to do that next offseason. Sign guys, but sign guys for good contracts. Amos was a good contract. That's a guy I wanted, and he went right for market value. The Packers got a great deal there. The Giants need to find deals like that next offseason. But this offseason, Pulley and Eli Penny are the big offseason acquisitions so far. We'll see. They could still bring in a Buchanan. There's a few other names out there, but it doesn't look like any big impact players are coming to the New York Giants via free agency. Maybe one. Maybe they'll sign Darrell Williams. They certainly could do that. They still have enough money to bring in him, which would address the offensive line. It would give you more flexibility in this year's draft. But the defense looks like it is going to be heavily focused on in this year's draft because they have a lot of holes to fill. So we'll see. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment. Tell me your thoughts, Giants fans. What do you think? Where do you think this team is headed? Cheers.